Now this is the Maya software CSC. Here, what I'm going to do it right now is I'm going to go to create polygon and I'll take a sphere. Now I'm going to press R for scale. This is the side view I'm working in. Okay, this is the head and the tail part. Control D to duplicate. Press W, scale it down. Oh, I'm sorry. Control D. R. Control Z. I was doing Control Z. Okay, bring it down. Now, this is simple body, and I'm going to name it as main board. I'll select both the things and Control A. This and this is a separate part, so I have to combine both the parts. For that, I'll go to polygons, and here it is mesh combine. So these two will become as a one part. Okay, I'm going to name it again as main body because it was a separate thing, right? Okay. Window outliner. I'm deleting the main body. This is a one part. Now for the wings, press 4 for the wireframe and W. Now we'll go to surfaces. Now it's in polygons mode, you could see here. For the surfaces and the animation, if you want to switch, there is a shortcut for that. So the shortcut is okay, I'm sorry, this is a Mac system, but if you're using a Windows system, if you press F2, it will come, animation will come, F3, polygons, F4, dynamics and all those things. So these are the shortcuts for that. So right now I'll go to surfaces. As it is a Mac system, I'll be able to show the shortcuts to you. So next is select this curve, edit curves, open, close curves. Now again select it, go to surfaces, planar. Now I'm going to bring this same wing this side. Before that, I'm going to give the texturing for the main body. Texturing is the color, which is an animation field. The color is called as texturing. So right now, I'm selecting the main body, and to give the texture, go to Window menu. Rendering editors, Hypershade. So I'm going to the perspective view. You could see here. Press V, bring it up. But you can see the wings are coming like that. So what I do is first I'll give the color. Select the main body. Give the blend color. Double click the color You see the attributes at the right side. Near to the color, you have this map. It's called a map. Click on it. Here, I'm going to give normal RAM color. Okay, I'll give the color for the RAM to see the texture and the perspective view. Click 6. First we have to assign the material to it. So you could either drag this material to here or Control Z. Other ways are right click on blend. The object should be selected. Assign material to selection. Okay. Now double click the blend. Hope you are understanding what I'm saying. Click on this arrow mark. So right now you can give the colors to it. Click here. It's just like a Photoshop. Here I'm giving us red. I want 3 colors or 2 colors is enough. Click on it. Hello. Okay. So right now this is the main body of the butterfly or dragonfly, whatever you can say. And now I'm going to name it. Before that, I'm going to combine these two parts. It's separate, so I'm going to combine it. So for that, we'll go to polygons. And one more thing I would like to say is here you see polygons, surfaces, and dynamics rendering and all, right? There are shortcuts for that. Now I'm in polygons. If I'm going to go to surfaces, it will be F4. But as it is a Mac system, right, these shortcuts doesn't work. So you could try with F2, F3, F4, F5. So when you click F2, F3, F4, it will change to dynamics or animation. You could try with that. And right now I'm going to combine. For that I'm going to select both the objects. So with W tool, and here in the polygons menu, the top mesh, combine. So you could see this is a single object right now. And Control A, this is a channel box. Here I'm going to name it as main body. The channel box is now whatever any object if I draw, the attributes would be here. So this is a object I've drawn before. So you could say I've put a polygonal sphere, right? So here you could see polysphere. So I could increase the radius and all those stuff. So this is just like the attributes of whatever objects which I have, the properties of objects. You could rotate, scale and everything. I'm doing it with R, so you could see the values changing there at the side. Can you see the values changing? So right now I have to animate it, so I'm going to modify and freeze transformations. That means the values will be the same, but it will show it as the default value 000111. Go to surfaces, or you could go to create. CV curve tool and EP curve tool, there are two tools as I told you earlier in the previous class, but I would like to say for that again. CV curve tool is when you draw, this is the side view, okay. So when you draw anything, you could see the shape coming in, the smooth shape, and 4 is for wireframe mode, 5 for shaded mode, 4 is for wireframe mode. So I have taken CV curve tool. Now Control Z if you want to, or you could delete it. When you delete whatever points you have created, it will go. Now if you want to create with EP curve tool, you will not have the base here, you have to draw on your own. So the shape may go vary or you will not get the proper shape. So it depends upon you which curve you want to take, but I am comfortable with CV curve tool. So I've taken CV curve tool for the wings. So press W and edit curves, open and close curves. Here I have the wings, but it's actually just a curve. When you press space bar, you could see only a curve here. So I have to create a wing, right? For that, yeah, sure. See, any curve you draw, you will not end at the. Now, for example, I'll show it again to you. I'll delete it. CV curve tool. Now I'm creating a shape. So the starting point is this one, right? So I do not know exactly where the starting point is, or if I'm keeping the last point anywhere, near to the starting point, and press W. Now I have to close this curve to make any shape or any wing or something, because I'm working with NURBS primitives. It's not polygonal or any other shape. For that, surfaces menu, edit curves, open and close curves. So the curve would be closed, whatever curve you create. Right click, control vertex, because the shape is, you can modify the shape with the help of control vertex. So this is the curve I've created. Now surfaces, planar. So you can press 5 to see the shape. Go to perspective view if you want. Now the wing is little small, right? So right click, control vertex. You can change the wing shape. Now, before animating or before going to the next step, what I'll do is I'll do the texturing of this butterfly. Texturing is nothing but giving color. How do we give color to any object? For that, you have to go to Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. Here you could see all the objects, texture. In animation term we say it as texture. So here you could see the default texture would be Lambert for any object. If you create any object, right, automatically this Lambert would be created with it. The Lambert texture would be applied to it. So if you want to create a new texture, here we have many textures like Shade Fix, Shader and other, Blend, Lambert and all. So I'll teach you in brief when we go to the texturing class. This is just for the animation part. So right now I'm going to create a blend material. Blend is, it gives shining to the object. For example, if you're going to create a shining object. Now I'm going to give glow effect to the middle part, to the body. So select this, or first we'll give the color. Double click the blend. You will get the attributes here, the right hand side. Here you could change the color. On the right hand side, can you see there is a color history HSV. So you have to double click on the material, only then you will get the attributes on the right hand side. So here I am going to go to color and I am going to give any color, like maybe your favorite color. May I know what's your favorite color? Anything green? I mean, what is your favorite color? As I'm going to give glow to it, I'm not making it as dark red, just light color red. And go down. This is a scroll bar, right hand side. Here you have special effects, but this is not expanded. See, when we click on this arrow, this will get expanded, right? So here, the special effects, glow intensity. So increase it. If you want to hide the object alone, the main body, if you want to hide it, you could click on hide source. Let's see what happens. So right now, to see the texture on the scene inside the Maya scene, I'm minimizing the Hypershade window. You have to press 6. So to apply the texture, I'll tell you there are many ways. Okay. One way is select the object, right click on the material in the Hypershade, assign material to selection. You could see the object color here. Glow will be seen in the rendering part. I'll show you in few seconds or few minutes. So the other thing is I'm doing Control Z. Other thing is you could drag and drop the color on the object. It will be applied. Okay. And the third way is I'm doing Control Z again. So for example, you have closed the Hypershade window. You don't have to go again and again to the Hypershade window to give the color, right? It's really difficult. So select the object, right click, assign existing material, the blend 1 material which we have applied. Okay. Or else you could name the blend 1 material. Here we have rename. You could name it as main body. Click OK. It will be named. So you could know which textures are applied to which object. So right now we'll go and check in rendering. Here normally in the Maya view, first one is open render view. Second is render the current frame, which means whatever you have done in the scene, the current scene, it will be seen. Click on it, you could see a glow here. If you want to reduce the glow, you could reduce it. I'm closing the render window. Double click on the material. Come here to special effects and you could increase the glow and render and check. So I have decreased the render, and I was talking about the hide source, right? So if I click on hide source, let's see what happens. See, you cannot see the object. It's just the glow type, the glow shape of the object you could see. So do you want to keep it like this, or you want to we'll keep the object the previous one was okay. Hope you're understanding whatever I'm teaching to you, right? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions for me? Until now, whatever I've taught. Create, we have nerves, polygon primitives, polyo primitives. So create, so you have to double click on this. So this will come separately. You could see this in a separate window. So it will be easy for you to work. I'll minimize the Hypershade. Now nerves, primitives, sphere. You select the sphere and drag on the perspective view. And to move the sphere or anything, it's W. E is for rotation. And E for England. R is for scale. So there are multiple objects here, not only this, we have nerves, primitives, cube, cylinder, cone. I mean, you have to check with other objects also. And the next is polygon primitives. We have sphere, cube, cylinder, cone. Do you want me to explain all the objects again? Or okay, so do you have any other doubts apart from this? I mean, I've not completed it, the animation. If you want, I could complete the animation and then teach you. Okay, and then teach you everything, I mean the nerves primitives. Or you could try practicing, and if you have any doubts, you could ask me after this class. So, okay, thank you. So right now I'm going to close this window and we'll continue with the animation. Here, right now the wing, I have a texture for that. Now before this, anything you work in Maya software, before working, you have to set a project. Now I'm going to render this butterfly animation or the dragonfly animation. So I'm going to render and keep it in a separate file, right? So I'm going to set a project for that. File, set project. And I'm going to keep it in desktop. It's in my name. And I'm going to name it as okay. Before I do this set, I have not created any project.